Hare Krishna, welcome to all devotees. Now we start today's Bhagavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tata Jayam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Today we continuing Canto first chapter first questions by the sages, Shloka number 17 and 18. तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि पर तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि प्लीज रिसाइट
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
परिगीतानि सुरीभिः
परिगीतानि सुरभिः
ब्रूहि न श्रद्धानानां
ब्रूहि न श्रद्धानानां
लीलया ददतः कलाः
लीलया दधतः कलाः
अथ आख्याहि
आख्याहि
हरेः धीमन्
हरेः धीमन्
अवतार कथाः शुभाः
अवतार कथाः शुभः
अथ आख्याहि हरे धीमन्
अथ आख्याहि हरेर्धीमन्
अवतार कथाः शुभाः
अवतार कथाः शुभाः
लीला विदतः वैरम् ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया
आत्ममायया
लीला विदतः स्वैरम्
लीला विदधतः स्वैरम्
ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया
ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
परिगीतानि सुरीभिः
परिगीतानि सुरीभिः
ब्रूहि न श्रद्धानानां
ब्रूहि नः श्रद्धानानां
लीलया ददतः कलाः
लीलया दधतः कलाः
अथ आख्यायि हरेः
अथ आख्याहि हरेः
धीमन् अवतार कथाः शुभाः
धीमन् अवतार कथाः शुभाः
लीला विदतः स्वैरम्
लीला विदधतः स्वैरम्
ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया
ईश्वरस्यात्ममायया
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
परिगीतानि सुरीभिः
परिगीतानि सुरीभिः
ब्रूहि न श्रद्धानानां
गृहेण श्रद्धानानां
लीलया ददतः कलाः
लीलया दधतः कलाः
अथ आख्यायि हरे धीमन्
अथ आख्याहि हरेर्धीमन्
अवतार कथा शुभाः
अवतार कथाः शुभाः
लीला विदतः स्वैरम्
लीला विदधतः स्वैरम्
ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया
ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया
प्लीज 1 to 1 recite full shlokas.
Everyone together, please. Unmute and please recite together. Tasya karmani udarani
One, only one.
Pani suribhi.
At a time, one read.
Mataji, let us recite
After
together.
that, second read.
Shall I read, Mataji? Tasya
First
karmani
perfect only Mataji read.
Tasya karmani udarani parigitani suribihi purina saddandananam leelaya kalaha atakai haridhiman avatara kada subha leela vidata dasvairam ishwaratma mayaya. Thank you, Mataji.
प्रभुजी पढ़िए. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा. दंडोत प्रणाम माताजी.
Hare Krishna.
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि परिगीतानि शूरिभिः बृहतीन श्रद्धानानां लीलया तदकला अदाख्याहि हरेर्धीमान् अवधार सुधा सुभाः लीला विदतदा स्वैरम् ईश्वरस्यात्ममायया. हरे
Hare
कृष्णा.
Krishna.
दंडोत
Very
प्रणाम
nice.
माताजी.
Punam Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि परिगीतानि सुरभिः ब्रूहीणा श्रद्धानानां लीलया दधता कलाः अथा आख्याहि हरे धीमन् अवतार कथा शुभः लीला विदधता स्वैरम् ईश्वरस् अस्य आत्ममायया.
Hare Krishna. Sachin प्रभुजी आप पढ़िए.
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि परिगीतानि सूरिभिः ब्रूहीण श्रद्धानानां लीलया दत्तः कलाः अथाख्याहि हरे धीमन् लीलया अवतार कथा शुभा लीला विदधत स्वैरम् ईश्वरस्य आत्ममायया.
Word to word meaning. Tasya, his karmani, transcendental acts, udarani, magnanimous, parigitani, broadcast, suribhihi, by the great souls, bruhi, please speak, nah, unto us, shraddhanana, ready to receive with respect, lilaya, pastime, dadataha, advented, kala, incarnation, kala, incarnation, atha, therefore, Akhyayi describe Hare of the Lord, Dhiman, O sagacious one, Avatara, incarnation, Katha, narratives, Shubha, auspicious, Lila, adventures, Vidadhata, perform, Svairam, pastime, Ishwarasya, of the Supreme, controller, Atma, Atma, personal, Maya, energies. Translation by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Please therefore speak to us who are eager to hear about the adventures he performed in his various incarnations. O Vaisut, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations, such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by his internal powers. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead is never inactive, as some less intelligent person suggests. His works are magnificent and magnanimous. His creations, both material and spiritual, are all wonderful and contain all variegatedness. They are described nicely by such liberated souls as Srila Nārada, Vyāsa, Valmiki, Deval, Asit, Madhva, Sri Chaitanya, Ramanuj, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka, Sridhara, Vishwanath, Baladev, Bhakti Vinod, Siddhanta Saraswati, and many other learned and self-realized souls. These creations, both material and spiritual, are full of opulences, beauty, and knowledge. But the spiritual realm is more magnificent due to its being full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. The material creations are magnificent for some time as perverted shadows of the spiritual kingdom and can be likened to cinemas. They attract people of less intelligent caliber who are attracted by the false thing. Such foolish men have no information of the reality, and they take it for granted that the false material manifestation is the all in all. But more intelligent men, guided by sages like Vyāsa and Nārada, know that the eternal kingdom of God is more delightful, larger, and eternally full of bliss and knowledge. Those who are not conversant with the activities of the Lord and his transcendental realm are sometimes favored by the Lord in his adventures as incarnation, wherein he displays the eternal bliss of his association in the transcendental realm. By such activities, he attracts the conditioned souls of the material world. Some of these conditioned souls are engaged in false enjoyment of material senses, and others in simply negating their real life in the spiritual world. These less intelligent persons are known as karmis or fruitive workers, and gyanis or dry mental speculators. But above these two classes of men, in the transcendentalist known as Sattvata or the devotee, who is busy neither with rampant material activity nor with material speculation. He is engaged in the positive service of the Lord, and thereby he derives the highest spiritual benefit unknown to the karmis and gyanis. As the supreme controller of both the material and spiritual world, the Lord has different incarnations of unlimited categories. Incarnations like Brahma, Rudra, Manu, Pruthu, and Vyāsa are his material qualitative incarnation. But he is back. But his incarnations like Rama, Narsiha, Varaha, and Vamana are his transcendental incarnation. Lord Sri Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations, and he is therefore the cause of all causes. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guroho Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Krishna. Today we try to understand shloka number 17 and 18 of the Srimad Bhagavatam canto 1st chapter 1st questions by the sages. Here in these shlokas they describing the importance of the eagerness about to hear the adventures of the various incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There they giving two type of avtaras. Gunavatara, and second is transcendental incarnation, means Divya. In Gunavataras, Brahma, Rudra, Manu, Prithu, Vyāsa, all these, and in transcendental incarnation, Ram, Narsimha, Varaha, and Vamana, they are coming, and they want so these all leelas which help them to go on the path of the spiritual realization, and both are those who are present during such activities and those who hear this transcendental narration of such activities, both are benefited. And so we read and hear in the morning and in the evening also, the which we can help us to progress in our sadhana. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji will tell you in detail. Hare Krishna.
Hey Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Thank you for sharing your insights on this important topic. So basically, what we are seeing here is that Krishna's works are magnificent, they are magnanimous. Whether it is material, whether it is spiritual, everything is wonderful, and there is so much of variegatedness. 84 lakh species, just think about it. Everything is opulent, everything is beautiful, everything is having knowledge. But then, spiritual is more magnificent because it has knowledge, bliss, and eternity. Satchit Ananda. Material creations, we know, they are perverted reflections of the spiritual kingdom. So they will attract only those with maybe lesser intelligent who like to be attracted by false things because they don't have information of what is the truth, what is reality. And so they think that, okay, whatever we are seeing, even if it is false material creation, that is all. There's nothing beyond that. So in the previous classes, we have seen the example of the Mr. Frog. So for him, whatever little pond he was in, that was his whole world. So if someone comes and says, the world is bigger. So he talks what? There is a big, big ocean. So he says, how much big? Maybe 2 feet more than me. It says, no, more bigger than me. 10 feet, more big. 100 feet, more big. Billions of it. But he does not know what that is. He's still in that false world. So it is important that we become intelligent. So how can we become intelligent? By being guided by those who know about Krishna. Guided by sages like Vyāsa and Nārada, who know Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. That eternal kingdom of God is more delightful. It is larger and full of bliss and knowledge. And that is why it is said that Lord, during his adventures as various incarnations, displays the same eternal bliss, which is there in transcendental. So we get to experience that bliss of his association when he takes incarnations. So all the conditioned souls of the material world get attracted. But then the less intelligent persons, that is karmis and nannies, karmis means those who are into fruitive activities, and nannies who are having only dry mental speculators. So they don't understand, and that is why they are called as less intelligent person. But the sattvat, the devotee, the transcendentalist, he is not going to be involved in any material activity or material speculation. He is only engaged in positive service of Lord. And so he derives the highest spiritual benefit, which even karmis and nannies fail to understand. Now, Krishna, when he comes in his different incarnations, as mentioned in Shloka number 18, he comes for creation, maintenance, and destruction of material worlds. His specific adventures in the transcendental forms, they are all auspicious. So, anyone who is present during such activities of Lord, or even who hear the transcendental narrations of such activities, they are always benefited. So the question comes, what are the incarnations of Lord? So let us understand this because this is a very important topic. And that is why I was trying to prepone our discussions, reading faster today. So there are 6 kinds of incarnations, as you can see on the slide out here. The Purusha avatar, the Leela avatar, the Guna avatar, Manvantar avatar, Yuga avatar, and the Satyaves avatar. Now, whatever different expansions we are talking about, they are just like lamps of equal power. So they can kindle one another. So similarly, transcendental potency of Lord is available in all the incarnations. Because Lord is complete. In fact, is so complete that even though the whole complete identity emanates from him, he still remains the complete one. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam eva avishishyate. Purnada Purnamudachyate. Purnam eva avishyate. We have learned this in Ishopanishad. And we, all the living entities, we are separated parts and parcels of Krishna only. In fact, when we go to the 3rd chapter in this series, Canto 1, in one of the shlokas, it is going to be mentioned that there is no end to the expansions and incarnations of Krishna. Just like there is no end to the or limit to the waves of the ocean, similarly, there is no limit to the incarnations of Supreme Lord. So we need to study and understand these 6 types of incarnations. So very first is Purusha Avatara. So how do the Purusha Avatara comes? So we have got Krishna. So Krishna, he has his, what I'll say, expansion. The first expansion of Krishna is Balram, plenary portion of Krishna. From Balram come 4 plenary portions or 4 expansions. VSPA, that is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Anirudh. Of these, from Sankarshan come Narayan. And from Narayan, again 4 comes Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Anirudh. Now, in this, Sankarshana comes as Mahavishnu, Pradyumna appears as Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Aniruddha comes as Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So, this Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, and Mahavishnu, they are the Purusha Avatara. So, I've just simplified this. So, if you go through all the texts of Bhagavatam and various details that we'll be seeing in future, this is how it all looks like, as you can see in this slide. Krishna, then Balram, then you have Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Nirudh, then you have got Narayan, then you have got Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Nirudh. From Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu, from Pradyumna comes Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and from Anirudh comes Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So this is the first kind of avatar, that is Purush avatar. So let us now understand more about these Purusha avatars, because this is the basic foundation. So let us come to the first Purusha avatar, which is Mahavishnu, also called as Karnodakshayi avatar. So Mahavishnu in the casual ocean is the creator of total material energy. So as he is there in the causal ocean, innumerable universes are produced from the pores of the Mahavishnu. He breathes out, universes are produced. He inhales, they are destroyed. So all the energy of Mahavishnu is spiritual, nothing to do with material energy. In Brahma Samhita 5.48, it is stated that the predominant deity of each universe, Brahma, he lives during one breath of Mahavishnu. So just look at the time span of his breathing. And Mahavishnu is the original Paramatma of all the universes, and is also the master of all universes. So that is Mahavishnu or Karnodakshayi avatar, the first Purusha avatar. Second Purusha avatar which we saw was Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. Now once the universe is created, as Garbhodakshayi Vishnu enters each and every universe, from his body water comes out, and on that ocean, on that water, he lies down. And then from the navel of Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, a stem of a lotus flower grows, and on that lotus flower, Brahma, the first creature, is born. This stem of the lotus flower, this has 14 divisions of planetary systems, which actually are going to be now getting created by Brahma. So 7 upper and 7 lower planetary systems. So that is part of the stem of that lotus flower. And on lotus flower, Brahmaji is coming. So now let us revise once again. Garbhodakshay Vishnu everywhere in each universe. And he maintains each universe and tends to its needs. So though he is in the material universe, still the material energy cannot touch him. Now the scriptures say that this Garbhodakshay Vishnu himself, when required, takes the form of Lord Shiva and annihilates the cosmic creation. So we know of the 3 secondary incarnations, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, right? They are the predominant deities of the 3 modes of material nature. But the master of the universe is Garbhodakshay Vishnu. He is also worshipped as Hiranyagarbha Paramatma. The description as per Vedas is that he has got thousands of heads. And then we have Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So Kshirodakshay Vishnu is the incarnation of mode of goodness. And he accompanies each Atma as super soul of all living entities. And he resides on the ocean of the milk within the universe. So that is Kshirodakshay Vishnu. And because he is residing on the ocean of milk, that is why the name Kshira comes from. So these are the 3 Purush Avatara. And then after Purush Avatara, we saw was the Leela Avatara. Now Srimad Bhagavatam gives list of 25 Leela Avatars or 25 incarnations. This will be coming in the 3rd chapter. So they are Kumara, Narada, Varaha, KNV. Then you have Matsya, Yagya, Naranarayan. Then you have Kardami Kapila, Dattatreya, Haya Shirsha. Then Hamsa, Dhruvapriya or Prashnigarbha, Rishabha. Then you have others, that is Prithu, Narsiha, Kurma, Dhanvantari, Mohini, Vamana, Parshuram, Raghavendra, Vyāsa, Balaram, Krishna, Buddha, and Kalki. Now, all these generally appear within one day of Brahma, which is Kalpa, and so they are also called as Kalpa Avtaras. Out of these 25 Kalpa Avtaras, Hansa and Mohini are not permanent, but Kapila, Dattatreya, Rishabh, Dhanvantari, and Vyas, these 5, they are eternal, and so they are more celebrated. Also, the incarnations of Kurma, Matsya, Narnarayan, Vara, Hayarishi, Prishnigarba, and Balram are incarnations of Vaibhava. Now, since we have got very limited time today, what we'll do is we'll hold the discussion at this level and we'll continue discussions further tomorrow onwards. Hare Krishna. But just remember the 6 types of avtaras and the 3 purushas that we have studied today. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhescha kripa sindhu bhayavacha.